Alright, well anyway, so for those of you who are just tuning in, today we are going to be watching the semifinals of the Aoe2 HD OZ Clan's Arabia 16 1v1s tournament. So in the semifinals it's going to be Spring versus Elixir, so let's jump straight into game one. And I have removed all these spoilers and whatnot that it's got, so we've got this. Okay, so this is Huns versus Mayans on Coast Lake, eh? Very cool, very cool. I wonder if he prefers to be referred to by Silent Spring. Nah, we'll just refer to him as Spring. I'll tack. You know what? I'm gonna tack on Silence to his wrong hotkey to his name, just to be fair. Maybe he prefers to be called Silent Spring. There we go. Everything is all right with the world. Perfect. Okay. So now we can jump straight into things. So this is a Huns versus Mayans on Ghost Lake for the semi-finals of the Arabia 16 1v1s tournaments, hosted by the Aoe2 HD OZ clan. Thank you for all the people who are watching this live right now. I appreciate it. And special thanks to all of my mods and whatnot who are here all the time, which is awesome. Alright, yeah, so we saw Elixir earlier on in the tournament, and he's showed us some quite good plays. So I'm quite excited for this match. I think right off the bat, one thing that we can note is that Elixir has his sheep completely under his town center, whereas looks like Silent Spring over here has perhaps goofed up his sheep just a teeny bit. And this is a problem because you really want to minimize the amount of distance that your villagers have to walk when they're dropping off their resources. And in this case, you know, that's going to slightly slow him down. And in these pro games, it's the little differences that definitely win the game in the end. So this is an issue. And you can also tell that since Silent Spring was harvesting some forage bushes early on, that was because he could not find his sheep quite early on. And that's a good thing to do, because again, you really have to sustain that villager production, of course, so you're going to need a constant 50 income. I do love how Silent Spring scouting here is really good. You want to start, of course, with scouting with some sheep, and you want to scout in sort of a circle of your base before you really branch out. You've got to locate all those key resources, and he is doing a fantastic job scouting. Elixir is also doing a great job scouting, although it looks like he is not opting to scout with his sheep at all. Actually, he's keeping them under his town center. That has its pros and cons, of course. The pros is that they're safe and they're a lot harder to get stolen, but I think that Silent Spring here is going to get a reasonably significant map vision advantage quite soon. Alright, so looks to be pretty standard play from both players so far, although I think one thing to note, which is a little strange, is that Elixir, he has screwed up his sheep harvesting a bit, and it looks like he's acknowledged that, and he's moving those sheep a bit back. But anyway, one thing that's interesting to note is that Elixir actually has loom already. It's a tad strange, probably so that his town center wouldn't have to be idle while he was finding his sheep early on. That's what I think it is. I, of course, always recommend that you get loom before you hunt the boar if you're playing online and there's some form of latency or something. Better safe than sorry. Alright, yeah, so we've got the boar lure coming in here. And yeah, the reason I said he screwed up his sheep gathering just a teeny bit is because you really only want one sheep being harvested at a time, because as we know, all animals in Aoe2 HD do slowly decay over time, and it's those little differences that do decide these games. Excellent boar lure here, though. You want it definitely under the town center. And yeah, this is gonna be good. So Silent Spring only has one sheep decaying right now, so it's a bit better than Elixir at the moment. So we've got this, got both boars coming. Not a perfect boar lure, but still good regardless. I expect the opening for both players to be relatively similar. If we look at the map generation, and Elixir has clearly recognized this. If you look at the map, actually, Elixir could wall off incredibly easily. If you just look at this, like, this isn't easy, like, he could just wall with the trees, and you can tell by Elixir's house placement here, he's placing his buildings as sort of these makeshift walls. Aha! And here we have an obvious telltale sign of a drush. If you're looking at your opponent and you see that he is mining gold with one villager and he has no mining camp, and Silent Spring showing us that he knows his stuff. He has wisely scouted this, and he knows the drush is coming. The reason that you need to mine 10 gold here, actually, looks like he only mined 8. Oh, never mind, no. Mayan Civ bonus. Resources last longer. Psych, never mind. The reason you need extra 10 gold is because after you research Loom, you're only going to have 50 gold left, and you're going to want 3 militia is standard for the drush, so you're going to need 60 gold for that. Militia costs 20 gold each, so... We know that the drush is coming from Elixir already. He has shown his hand, and Silent Spring, being a badass, has already scouted that, and he is fully aware of this. I do like how Elixir is exploiting the fact that his Eagle Warrior is awfully strong in the Dark Age, and he's using it to bully Silent Spring's villager. However, he's not watching his Eagle Warrior. Oh. Good micro from Elixir here, though, that he did manage to pull that away in time. That is good. Quite good. And yeah, here comes the barracks. We're gonna see militia from him really soon, and we'll see how Silent Spring reacts. Silent Spring is a much more open map than Elixir does, and he's gonna be really vulnerable to this harass. So we do have a gold miner coming out. I wonder if he is opting for a sort of late drush of his own. All right, so we got the barracks coming out. Yeah, if he mines 10 gold and he doesn't put down a mining camp, that means he's also going to drush. His might just be a defensive one, just so that he can counteract these militia, because, like I said, Spring really doesn't have any hope of walling at all. That's not going to happen. Whereas Elixir, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna, he's just walling off that with a house now. And I think he's just gonna drush and go straight into a fast castle because, his map generation is awesome. I mean, even as a gold mine that is relatively safe, it's even quite difficult to harass with crossbowmen in the Castle Age. So, yeah, I expect to see him just going straight to the Castle Age after this drush, basically try and keep Silent Spring contained, and then just, distract him long enough so that he can get to the Castle Age and really start putting a hurting on Silent Spring. He might go into Eagle Warriors or something, or he might go Plumed Archers. You never know. So we'll have to see. Alright, so we got the 3 militia out from Elixir right now. And we shall see how Silent Spring reacts. Okay, well, here's a really interesting thing, is that Elixir has decided, actually, that he is not moving out. And that this is going to be some sort of defensive drush. And it looks like Silent Spring has thought the same thing, actually, and he is not moving out with his militia either. So both players are metagaming themselves, and they have both decided that today's strategy is absolutely nothing. They're going to do is nothing at all. Okay, this is obviously archers. Not much else can be said about this. Well, I don't know, actually. Actually, Spring has advanced with the 27 out of 200 population that you see when you typically go for like some sort of fast castle age. So it's difficult to say. Because he does have enough villagers that he could fast castle. He doesn't quite have the economy for it, but I am still expecting archers from him. And yeah, this is really weird, actually, that Elixir would go for a defensive drush. I figured that with the fact that he had it up much earlier and that he was scouting Silent Spring and he knew that Silent Spring's barracks came out much later, that he would exploit that brief window of vulnerability and just go ham. But that is not the case. Either way, Elixir is going to be walled up like a fortress in here, and yeah, he's going to be really safe. And this is going to be really dangerous for Silent Spring. Silent Spring is going to have to try and take out Elixir before he really gets his economy rolling, because he's going to be so safe inside here. This is like his own little Mayan fortress. And yeah, I do love how he's using his houses as walls. That is very important. Yeah, it actually looks like Silent Spring could just go straight to Castle Age if he wants to. I'll be interested to see if he bothers with archers at all, or if he's just going to put like a range down and a blacksmith and then just go straight into cab archers or something. Yeah, Elixir's got a great map. Alright, so Elixir, wow, that is a really late feudal age. Sweet zombie Jesus. Alright, that is a really late feudal age. Doesn't make too much of a difference because he's completely impenetrable until Silent Spring hits the Castle Age. Like, the most devastating thing that Silent Spring could do in this case, and I'm sure he's been scouting so he knows, is maybe put like a watchtower like right here and maybe harass those villagers just a teeny bit, but the problem is that with this, this forest is thick enough that it'll really only hit this exterior villager over here, and it won't really do that much good. So hopefully Silent Spring has, let's see what he sees. Now, Silent Spring has definitely recognized that his opponent is, well, basically impenetrable at this point, so yes, he has gone straight to the Castle Age, and I think this is a really, really, really smart decision on his part. Yeah, he knows, because he's been scouting, and vision is everything, that he knows that his opponent is not vulnerable at all to Feudal Age harass, and I think it would have been a big mistake to go for archers and try to start, like, perhaps forwarding Elixir and whatnot. You can see here that Elixir's micro is a teeny bit sloppy, and Silent Spring is just on top of this. And yeah, he's clearly going to transition to these cav archers, and yeah, Elixir is going to get routed in this fight, and that is really tragic, quite tragic indeed. All these militia are going to go down. Ideally, you want to keep running them away because you can use them for sort of scouting purposes. But yeah, that's going to be quite tragic. And wow, the funny part is that, you know, Elixir has the perfect map for Fast Castle, but his Castle Age is going to be much slower than Silent Spring, and wow, yeah, actually Elixir is in big trouble right now because his Feudal Age time was really slow, and Spring is playing this like an absolute master. Really great play from him. Interesting that we see the Blacksmith in Market coming up from Elixir. That makes me think he's going for Eagle Warriors, since Eagle Warriors cost a lot of gold, and being able to sell wood and food at the market is a great way to sustain that Eagle Warrior production. We'll see. Because otherwise, it's standard in like a competitive match when you're advancing to the Castle Age, is ideally you would want to go for the Blacksmith and then a Feudal Age military building like the Archer Ranger Stable, depending on what you're going to transition into. So seeing a market is uncommon and interesting, so we'll see what he does with this, actually. That house is slowly taking damage. It takes a teeny bit extra because of this hill advantage. Looks like he's going to stonewall this as well. Wow. Yeah, so an exceptional castle time from Spring right now. Really showing us that he's a really great player, and we've got the world's most obvious cavalry archer transition right now. And let's see if he got the Bodkin arrow. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Nope, he's not working on the Bodkin arrow right yet. He does not have the resources for that, but soon. Interesting that Elixir is choosing for these stone walls here. They cost a lot less for the Mayans, so you can get away with it, but that's really showing that he is awfully desperate, and this is not what you want for someone who's got a map generation as solid and defensive as this. You really want to be ahead with the whole booming thing, and right now he's not ahead with the boom, actually. Silent Spring, actually, is ahead really just everywhere at the moment. This is not looking good at all. It is almost 18 minutes right now, and we have not seen the Castle Age from Elixir, and it looks like Elixir is finally almost up, and ooh, he loses that house too. Alright, this is exactly what I was mentioning earlier. Resonance with his ESP or something, I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna put that watchtower right here. This is really good, especially because now in the Castle Age he's got this Bodkin arrow technology of the Blacksmith to add a little extra range to his tower. And now this gold mine's in trouble. Castle. Okay, so he was going for he actually is going for plumed archers, and the Mayans are one of the few civilizations where when you hit the Castle Age, like getting a castle out immediately and spamming your unique unit is a completely legit strat. Because normally, you know, you don't want to do that because you can only produce them so quickly at the castle, but the plumed archer makes really quick. And is basically like an awesome cavalry archer without the weaknesses that cavalry have. So it's quite a good raiding unit. And in the Castle Age, it's mobility that typically decides games. The pop difference here is devastating. There's like 25% more population on Spring's side. Spring is ahead by like 12 pop, and at this point in the game, you know, pre-20 minutes, that is massive. I do like how though that Elixir has his second town center coming out. This is pretty important right now, because this means if he can hold off, another town center, he's got two coming down. So this means if he can hold off this attack, he can actually get a pretty big advantage on Silent Spring economically, because Silent Spring has decided to go into the Castle Age and go full man mode. He wants to end the game basically now, as you can tell by his forward Siege Workshop here. Always a great idea, of course, because your Siege Workshop units tend to be really slow. But yeah, this defensive castle is a really nice choice on Elixir's part, because it ensures that Silent Spring cannot actually harass this gold mine. Because look at this. This is so bad for these villagers. This watchtower just has to go, and this castle protects it from any of this watchtower shenanigans or any pushes that come through here. So Elixir basically, right now, he's on a mission to stall. He does not want to fight Spring at this point. He really needs to get an eco advantage, because right now he's at a military disadvantage that is unfathomably large. So no point in trying to fight a losing battle, right? So he is admitting that he really has an inferior military. So his one option is to just get the stronger economy and win the late game. Can he stall? These houses are close to going down. Ooh. Yeah, so he's backing up his wall off. This is very wise. Thankfully, plumed archers do resist ranged attacks slightly, and as the elite plumed archers, they're very tanky. And they're quite cheap. As you can tell, they've got one additional armor over these those cavalry archers, but yeah, Elixir's showing that he's very desperate. I love this cheese strategy from Silent Spring right here, where he's just like, you know, if for some reason my aggression fails and that Elixir somehow survives all of this, I want to make your life hell by walling off your gold deposit so that I can basically starve you. And I love this. This is insurance. You know, you always want to have a backup plan in case things go wrong, because yeah, in the event that things do, you know, you don't want to have to just put all your eggs in one basket. Really smart play from Silent Spring here, reminding us that really the first 3 ages of the game are all about harassment. You're not really going to be able to kill anyone. You might be able to do it in the Castle Age. It's all about just doing a lot of damage. And right here, so many fatalities. Oh my god. Yeah, we can tell that Silent Spring very likely has his thumb ring upgrade at this point, I think. And wow. Yeah, so many villagers lost here. So much economic damage. He's going to have to pull off all of these villagers. This is a huge problem for our Elixir friend over here. So much eco damage. And now the playing field is even again. Spring is only on one town center, showing us how confident he is that this is going to be the clincher, basically. He thinks he can end the game before this eco advantage really becomes a thing. Elixir, though, is doing a masterful defense here. He is stalling to the best of his ability. However, if he's going to want to defend this, he's going to seriously need a mangonel, and you know he recognizes this, and he's showing us like, oh crap, I really need a mangonel. But too little, too late, because Silent Spring's mangonel right here is just, ooh, triple kill. It's just devastating all this, so much damage. Man, when we look at the achievement screen at the end of this, there's going to be so many lost villagers, just so many units lost for Elixir. Spring is being just masterfully efficient. Like, he only lost a cavalry archer there. He has barely lost any guys. And if we compare population, yeah, again, Silent Spring is ahead by 22 pop at this point. That is not good. Sure, this is a reasonably sizable plumed archer force, but we've got Bodkin arrow on these cav archers, and well, yeah, he's really behind. Like, Elixir has a better economy, that is for sure, and we can explore that a little bit. We can see that it's actually not that significant. It's not that significant because he's lost so many villages. Elixir had a better economy. He has a better potential to recover his economy, of course, than Spring does because of these extra town centers, but that is an impressive army for Spring, and, you know, Elixir's, I mean, look at him, he's just running back and forth. He's being attacked by all sides. Very smart of Spring to attack him at every single angle, because he can't possibly defend each of these. Silent Spring has done so much economic damage with all this harass that Elixir is looking really behind at this point. And the siege is coming in. Silent Spring has finally blown down these houses, and this is it. Uh-oh, this mangonel caught horrendously out of position. It is just gonna die for free, or not actually, because Spring isn't watching. Okay, so Elixir gets actually a free mangonel. Well, not really a free mangonel, but you know, that was a little bit of miss micro from both players here. That was really bad. Elixir really needs to use the scattered formation and micro his plumed archers when dealing with these mangonels. Because look at that, that one mangonel just killed like 10 plumed archers. Oh my, yeah, Elixir is in deep trouble. He basically had to be able to defend this long enough to get a significant eco advantage, but now he's even going to lose the blacksmith. That's really not good. And yeah, Silent Spring is just such a big advantage in population because Elixir has lost so many villagers and so many plumed archers for free that I don't think he'll be able to recover. I think it's really smart that we see that Silent Spring is actually repairing his mangonels because they cost a ton. And yeah, he's going to siege this town center from a distance and really force Elixir to pull back. And I still love how he's attacking him from all sides, just doing so much damage. Like, Elixir is being choked. He has no access to the map at all. Like, the map control is thoroughly in favor of Spring at this point. That there's just no room for Elixir to build as he's losing all of these houses. He's even going to start running into population issues at some point. Obviously not yet. He's got a lot of housing bedroom to work with, but wow, yeah, this is not good. Elixir is going to lose this town center, and curious to see that Silent Spring has chosen to not build any rams at all. It's fine because he doesn't really need to, because oh no, he's going to lose that mangonel to that castle. A little bit of miss micro, but that's okay. Doesn't make a difference at all. Spring's been playing like an absolute madman anyway, showing us that he truly deserved to get this far in the tournament. And Elixir as well, but Spring right now is just showing how dominant he is, and we've got the Desperation Castle from Elixir here, but that is going to be not good enough. Too little, too late. Both players here showing us that they are really skilled, but in the end it looks like Silent Spring just got the better of Elixir in this match. He put down the aggression, and really what won this game is Silent Spring control. You know, much like the Viper, Silent Spring is keeping his guys alive as long as he can. And for the most part, you know, he's not losing guys unnecessarily. He's always trying to take a good engagement and keep his army sustained, and that's a tactic that we see the Viper has actually mastered. I mean, this right here, I'm not a huge fan of this, because he's going to maybe lose that mangonel. Nope. Okay, but yeah, he's going to lose a lot of guys here for free, but besides this point, you know, he had been doing really well with keeping his army alive, despite that he's just throwing as many troops away right now for fun, I guess, that he can. Whereas Elixir has lost like 20 villagers for free and an entire group of plumed archers for free. I don't like how Spring just threw away like 20 cavalry archers for no reason, but it was less than 20, but yeah. That's okay, because he's got such a massive advantage at this point that I don't think it really matters. I think that this game is over. I don't like to call it beforehand, but this Desperation Castle is not going to... Like, there's so much economic damage. Even if this castle does go up, I don't think it matters. And I'm sure the castle will go up, but I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters at all. There's so much economic damage. I mean, like, right now, Spring has finally been like, okay, well, you know, Elixir's gonna stall this, so let's just boom on the back of it, and yeah, the advantage here is just way too much to come back from. Elixir has no map control at all, and that's going to be what loses the game here, is that Elixir has absolutely no semblance of map control. So yeah, that's basically all she wrote. We've got another town center coming out from him, and so many villagers lost. So let's compare population. We've got a 92 to a 62, so it's getting even worse actually. Silent Spring now has a 30 pop advantage, and not much else I can say. I mean, eventually Elixir's just going to run out of resources in his base, and sure, you know, he's got that Mayan advantage with that, but don't think it's going to make a huge difference. I wonder actually if Elixir is ready to go imp. Nope. Oh yeah, basically Elixir's one hope this game was could he get to Imperial Age first, and then he actually might be able to push this forward back and make a comeback, but it looks like neither player is anywhere near that. I do not like this mangonel over here though, because that's just going to die for free at some point. Elixir is moving out, though. He's just flexing his muscles, and he's like, I'm not out yet. This is the semifinals of the Arabia 16 1v1s tournament by the Aoe2 HDOZ clan. I am not losing this one. Because, yeah, this is one of the first major tournaments for Aoe2 HD edition, so, you know, Elixir would prefer not to lose this, and, you know, this is the smart decision, because he's been contained in this little base since 1991, or, yeah, for God knows how long, and he's never going to be able to win unless he moves out and does some eco damage to Silent Spring as well. Being contained in your base the entire game, you can't let Silent Spring boom on this too, or it would be absolutely over. This is good. He got a bunch of villagers for free, and he's doing the hit and run tactics, and this is really, really good. This is how you make a comeback in a situation like this. And yeah, he's gonna take this Mangonel out for free. Good control here from Elixir, exploiting the fact that the Mangonel is minimum range by walking up to it. That's good. And part of his guys have a hill advantage, even better. Good juking of the arrows here, that's for sure. Typically want to run perpendicular to the enemy's shots so that their arrows tend to miss. Alright, yeah, I think this is a little late, but we do see that the score difference is evening out. However, if you look at the pop difference, it's only getting a little worse over time. Yeah, Silent Spring has actually managed to successfully economic boom on the back of this, and I mean, Elixir is showing us signs of life, so perhaps I'm calling it too soon. You never know. But yeah, he's making the right decision of raiding, but I think it might be too little, too late. We'll see. I do love this decision though from Elixir to put a castle right here. However, I do not like the position of the castle. I would have put it on a hill or something. But yeah, he really needs to protect this gold mine, that's for sure. If he ever wants to make a comeback in this game, because he's almost out of this entire gold deposit, this gold vein right here, so he's got to really get a castle to protect this. Uh-oh, this is really bad that Silent Spring is getting a little bottled here with the hill advantage. Wow, Elixir actually has a pretty sizable army, it's just that Silent Spring has a much better eco. I mean, if we compare pop again, oh my god, the difference is at 50 pop now. That is not going to work. So I don't like this position of this castle that much. Okay, there's a ton of farms here. I'm assuming he's going to put a mill there at some point. Wow, okay, so both players here showing us that this ain't over yet. And, oh, he should have finished that outpost, but that's okay. Wow, okay, yeah, both players showing us that this game might not be over yet. Maybe I called it too soon. And, yeah, Elixir is actually... Yeah, he's playing really, really well right now. Man, he's doing some serious eco damage to Silent Spring. Silent Spring is actually... Wow, yeah, he actually looks like he might be in a little bit of a rough spot. Although here's why I'm a little skeptical, though, is that despite the fact that Elixir has managed to massively recover from a situation in which I feel like most players would have, like, GG'd out at that point, but Elixir's just like, no. And, you know, he builds back like a tough man. But, the eco advantage that Silent Spring has is massive. I mean, we can look at these numbers really quickly. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. And that's why Silent Spring can sustain, you know, having this many troops. And okay, also here's a problem that's going to happen is that Silent Spring's advancing the Imperial Age because he has the eco for that, and he has all of the upgrades on his cavalry archers right now. His plumed archers are missing the Castle Age blacksmith defense upgrades, so they're going to get melted. And the tech advantage is only going to get worse. I mean, Elixir lost his blacksmith, actually. I don't even know if he's replaced it yet. Perhaps not yet. That's not good. Oh no, and Elixir isn't ready to advance yet, but it looks like he will be able to soon. So game not over yet, but the eco difference, I mean, look at this, 185 to 112. Oh god, it's a 70 pop difference at this point. And Spring is going to the Imperial Age, so as soon as these trebs come out, I mean, he's just got the eco to support this, and yeah, we finally see some rams coming out from Silent Spring, and we'll have to see. Wow, that is one huge army from our Silent Spring fellow. Wow. Well, in the meantime, while we were watching the standoff thing over here where both players posturing back and forth. Shameless plug, if you enjoy this, if you've been enjoying this commentary and whatnot, make sure to check out the rest of the stuff on my channel, and of course my Twitter, Facebook, and whatnot. All the links to all the stuff is on the screen, of course. And yeah, thank you so much, and for those of you who are tuning in live, I love all of you, and I very, very much appreciate the support. And now, we must watch, and wait, and wait, and watch, as these plumed archers here are doing their weird sort of Mexican hat dance style thing. I don't even know. The barracks here, alright, so I like this decision to transition to Eagle Warriors. However, I don't believe it'll work. That is a free mangonel right there. And this castle is dead. He's got nothing to do with these rams, and, you know, this is a really smart play from Elixir to try and put walls around his town center. I mean, sorry, around his castle, but, again, too little too late. Really smart. It's a great way to deal with those rams. Too little, too late. Those rams are... yeah. I mean, look at this tech advantage. This is going to be bad. Thankfully, you know, he's got mangonels, of course, so he can... well, not anymore, but he had mangonels that he could use to deal with those rams, but... Yep. Well... Elixir has... alright, he's just got routed here. Silent Spring's got twice the score. Let's just compare population difference. It is double now. That is not good. That is not good. Fully upgraded. Missing lots of upgrades. Okay, so Elixir did get to the Imperial Age like I thought. You know, he was pretty close to it, but... he wisely recognizes that the situation is finally completely beyond his control, and he's been starved of resources and map control. And he has called GG. And you know what that means? Silent Spring has taken Game 1 of the semi-finals of the Arabia 16 1v1s tournament, hosted by the Aoe2 HDOZ clan. Link to their website on the screen in the bottom-ish area. Let's check out the achievements, guys. Yeah, really great game for Spring there. Wow, yeah, and Elixir showing us really how to defend in this situation and trying to come back in the impossible, but... yeah, too little, too late. Silent Spring already he had too much of an advantage, and you know this is what won the game. Basically, is the Silent Spring was just much more efficient with his troops. He lost so few compared to the amount that Elixir had to lose. And yeah, the fact that Silent Spring actually managed to outboom Elixir when Elixir had like a sort of like turtling strategy planned. Is concerning. Silent Spring got a much stronger economy when Elixir was going for an eco-focused thing. And yeah, Silent Spring showing us just how extremely adaptable he is. You know, his early scouting basically won him the game. Like, he saw what Elixir was up to. He was like, oh, Elixir's walling with his houses. He's going for a drush. He's definitely fast castling. Well, I'm going to fast castle too, and I'm going to contain him. He's going to fast castle quicker, stronger, better, and just contain Elixir here. Both players here played a really good game, and both players, you know, extremely skilled. But it looks like Silent Spring eventually did take this game in the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my other ones as well. Links to all my stuff on the bottom of the screen. And really shortly, we are going to jump straight into Game 2 of the semifinals and see if Silent Spring will take this match again, or if Elixir is going to start making a comeback and we'll go to Game 3. Find out in just a minute.